What's up? Welcome to Trackletics Live, the ultimate show for all things track and field. Join us as we dive deep into the sport, interviewing track and field athletes, coaches, nutrition specialists, and more. Get ready to hear some dope conversations and gain exclusive insight into what it takes to become a top performer in the sport. Whether you're a seasoned track and field athlete or just starting off, this is the show for you. So make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Let's get into the show.
Hi.
How are you? How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
doing great. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to have this conversation with me. I really appreciate it. You've been having an amazing season, so I'm excited to hear more about your story, your goals, what you're looking to accomplish.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm getting ready for USA's now this next week, so I'm excited about that.
Yes, USA is coming up. But, how did you even get started running track? Like, what's your track story? When did
Um,
you start this whole journey?
I feel like I tell this story a lot. So I actually grew up playing basketball, and I just played basketball all my life, really up until ninth grade. The track coach just kept asking me to come, for the track team. And I was like, I don't like running at basketball practice. I don't think I want to run no track. But I don't know. He just stayed on me and just really wanted me to join. And eventually I was like, oh, I guess. And he was like, you don't even have to run, you can jump. So I started off doing the long jump and high jump. And he was basically like, I want you to stay in shape by running with the short sprinters at practice. So I started running with them, but they were seniors and I was a freshman and I was beating them. So he was like, let me try on the 100. And I was like, okay. And I kept winning. He's like, let me try on the 200. And I kept winning. And next thing you know, I was state champion from my sophomore to senior year of high school in the 1 and the 2. And I also would anchor the 4x2 and 4x4 that won.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up running track. And then I just got all these offers to run D1 full rides. So
Yeah,
I was
hold
just
on.
like, okay.
Stop there. Wait a minute. You don't just speed by that. Started ninth grade year. By sophomore year, you're already winning state, running on all the relays, really putting in work. What high school did you go to?
I went to
Uh,
Whitehaven. I'm from Memphis. So I
hmm.
went to Whitehaven High School.
Yeah, I always hear about the track team for sure. Okay, so you're definitely you were on the team doing damage for sure.
Mhm.
Then you started getting offers. Did you have a dream school at the time? Was there a specific school you really wanted to go to?
I actually did not have a dream school. Because
Wow.
for me, school was just school wherever you went, to be honest. I narrowed down my top 5 visits to, I went to Cincinnati because she was the very first coach to call me. So I went to visit Cincinnati. I went to UGA. I went to Alabama, LSU, and then Tennessee.
Okay. So what was the determining factor for you taking it to the next level, stepping into college, and accepting one of those scholarships?
It really kind of was a tough decision. I was torn between Tennessee and LSU, but I ultimately went with Tennessee, of course, because like I don't know, it just felt more homey, the atmosphere and everything, and it was a smaller group. Like Tennessee was small then, and I felt like since I was still kind of new, since I just started in ninth grade, I want like a smaller group and to still have that one-on-one attention with my coach. So I just went with Tennessee.
Nice. Okay, what were your teammates like? Some of my teammates have now become my best friends, my brothers, so I can understand that having that home feeling, having a team that's welcoming is important. But what was that Tennessee team like for you?
I'm still friends with all my teammates to this day, so we're all still really close and we hang out. I know a couple of us are even planning to do something, this summer too, hanging out as a little vacation. So we're still pretty close.
Yeah, that's very important. Track is our main focus, of course, but having, a team that becomes family, that's close, that supports you, that really wants to see you win is very important. I've been on some teams where people secretly don't like each other. So, we're battling at practice as opposed to actually executing what we need to. But what was the training environment like at Tennessee?
It was a really good environment. We didn't have any of that. Like I heard about some schools that was like that, but we were actually really close. And like, that's something about Knoxville, like being in Tennessee, super friendly. I don't know why. Everybody's just really friendly, even when you walking on campus. So it was like that on the track team. It wasn't no beef anytime. Like everybody was friendly. So that was cool because I wasn't used to that. So that was fine with me.
Yeah, nah, that's very much needed. But you started in ninth grade and you've come so far. So what keeps you motivated now to continue to train, getting ready for USA's? Like, what keeps you motivated?
What keeps me motivated is just my friends and family who believe in me so much, even when I don't believe in myself sometimes. Like they're always there supporting me and encouraging me and just telling me to keep going. So that's what really keeps me motivated and just keep getting out there every day and just trying my best and putting my best foot forward.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's why I was saying, finding a team and environment that really supports you, that wants to see you win, can definitely help you reach your full potential, as opposed to secretly competing on you or secretly wanting to see your downfall, all of that. So having that support system is huge for me as well. I completely understand that. Now, are you still training in Tennessee?
No, I'm not. Right now, I'm in Auburn, Alabama. So my coach at Tennessee, Coach Ken, he's the coach at Alabama now for the men's sprint squad. So
Hmm.
I actually still train with him, and I run with the boys because he's technically the men's coach. So I feel like I'm chasing every day. So yeah, I'm in Auburn, Alabama now.
Wow. Okay. How's the move been treating you?
It's been good. Pretty much, it's a really small college town. Like it's not much to do here at all. So.
Help stay focused for sure. Okay. What is it like training with the guys then? Do you feel like that helps continue to, push you? Like you said, you feel like you're always chasing. So do you feel like that's helping you get faster?
I think so, because like I feel like it sometimes pushes me ahead of the pace at practice that I'm supposed to be going, because like they'll take off. I'm like, oh, I must be going slow, so I'm gonna start going faster. But yeah, it's fun being with the boys. So like I train with like Favor, Eshay, Charlie, know him, Azim, Charlie, like a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
a
fun.
whole squad. Okay, got you. So what are your current track workouts like? You don't have to give us too much of the details, but are you working on like speed work right now? Are you trying to perfect the blocks? What's going on?
Um, right now. I'll say I don't know. I feel like I always get lost on what exactly be like behind the workouts. Like I know I had like 30, 30, 30 yesterday, and today was recovery day for me actually. I know I was asking him like, could my start be better? Because I just ran the Arkansas Grand Prix, and I feel like when I watched that video, I don't know. It's like for the start, I don't know. I feel like I didn't take off really until like the last 50. So, but I don't know. He was just telling me I stayed patient, which was good, and he said we're gonna work on it later on this week, so we'll see what I
Yeah,
do.
that was definitely a patient race. When you get up and running, you really are moving for sure. But yeah, it did look patient, looked like you executed the phases, perfectly, But if there was something that you could fix, you feel like you would fix that start.
I think so, because just me looking at it, but my coach knows better than me. He said it was good and it was nice and patient, and I stayed down. And, I got up and I ran, and he was like, I've been very consistent running around my PR, and I equaled my PR last weekend, so I'm probably due for like, a big drop soon. So hopefully I get that
Yeah,
as soon as I get to USA's.
big drop coming soon for sure. Wishing you a healthy season with plenty PRs. It's definitely coming. Like it's been fun to watch your journey. We can literally see you reaching your potential. Going from Tennessee to now you're stepping on the pro circuit. What is that like?
So this is what my second year as a professional, really. I really just want to count it as my first year because last season wasn't that well. Because when I first came out of Tennessee, I actually ended up in the Nike training group.
Mhm.
So I was in Claremont, Florida training, but then I decided with how that had all played out, that wasn't for me. So I just hit back up my coach, and I was like, I just want to train with you again. And he was like, I don't know where I'm gonna end up yet, because at Tennessee they had just changed the whole coaching staff. So he's like, I don't know where I'm gonna end up yet, but as soon as I figure it out, I'm gonna let you know. So that's how I ended up, at Auburn. And I'm also the volunteer assistant coach, so I get to travel with the team too as well. And I help out. So I don't know. I'm really enjoying this year. I feel like mentally I'm a lot better, and that's probably why I'm running better now. So I'm just like
Definitely.
I'm happy now. I'm happy.
I can see it for sure. Definitely in a better space, and that can contribute to a lot. But I have to ask, what made you want to volunteer and help coach? You know, do you really love the sport? You want to be a part of the program, helping coach?
Um, I feel like honestly, being a volunteer assistant coach, it kind of gives you just the benefits of being able to use the facilities here on campus, especially since I'm not an alumni. So it kind of helps me be able to use the weight room and just all the different resources here at Auburn. But I also like that I can travel with the team and just help out because a lot of them is really sweet. They look up to me and, they'll ask me for advice and stuff like that. So I actually I like doing it. It's fun.
Ah, that's dope. Really giving back, helping your coach out. I'm sure he loves that as well. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about what you're doing on the track, right? So you said you did 30, 30, 30 the other day. Today was a recovery day. What do you feel is your favorite workout? Something that's helping you the most currently?
My favorite workout? I like when we have 120s. Only because I don't really like doing the long stuff, to be honest. So I like anything short. So I like 120s. 120s are fun. Of course I'm gonna like doing some 90s too. So
Yeah.
anything short. I hate doing 250s.
Yeah. 250 take me
No,
out.
for
Oh
real.
my.
I hate anytime we have 250s. So I know for conditioning, I actually hated like doing the X's on the grass. That's harder than it
Yeah.
seems.
It is.
I did not like that
Yeah.
at all.
It really is. And my coach likes to add drills in between the X, right? So you do it and you'll do a drill at the end zone on the grass or
I
something.
remember doing it like that when I was at Tennessee. We'll run and then we'll have to do a drill and run again. But this time we ran and it was like a jog and it was just kind of like keep going. I'm like,
It's too
I
much.
was so dead.
Yeah,
Because I think
I hate the drill.
when I first got to Auburn and I first started conditioning, that was the workout when I first got here. I could only do one. I was so out of shape. I was like, oh my God. Because
Well,
after last season, after USA's when I didn't do well and I just hit him back up and said I wanted to train with him again, I just went back home to Memphis and I was pretty much just chilling. So he got me back out there in like September. I was like dead. I was like, oh my God.
yeah, those X's are no joke for sure. That'll definitely get your endurance up, get your heart rate through the roof.
No, for real.
And those drills are ridiculous, especially while you're tired. It's like, bro, I don't have no A skip in my body right now. I can't
Oh, for
go
real.
down or nothing. Wow. But yeah, the 120s are definitely one of my favorite workouts as well. You feel fast, and if you're running the 200, it's literally like, right when you're coming off the curve, so you can think back to that and make sure you're executing that part of the race when that comes. Okay. Are you lifting? Do you have a favorite weightlifting exercise that you feel helps you?
I really like doing hang cleans a lot. I don't know why I like hang cleans. I hate snatches, and I feel like I've been snatching a lot since I've been.
Why
I
do you hate snatches?
I just feel like when it get too heavy and then you gotta put it over your head, I'm nervous. I'm like I don't know how this gonna go. So I just try to stay at a certain weight most of the time with snatches because I'm like I don't think I can go that heavy. I'm like But yeah,
Guys.
I really like hang cleans. What else do I like doing? I don't know. Really, I don't know what it is. Because I don't like power cleans that much. I'm tall. I get tired again, always low. Coming back up with a hang clean, I'm just right
Right
there. So,
there. A little explosive work. Okay, so we got our favorite track workout. We like the 120s, the short speed work. Favorite weightlifting exercise, hang cleans, right? Now track practice over, right? We did our track workout, we did our weightlifting. What are you refueling with after? What's your favorite post-workout meal?
favorite post workout meal. Lately, I've been getting a smoothie, a tropical smoothie.
Okay, what you getting?
Um, I like one of my favorites is the chia banana boost smoothie. It's pretty
Mm,
good. It's one of the healthier options, so I like that.
Okay.
Every now and then I might get a quesadilla from them, but mainly a smoothie.
Gotcha. Okay, so smoothies to go to. Are you eating anything?
That's why I said sometimes I get the quesadilla. One of my favorite meals for dinner is salmon. I like to cook me up some salmon.
Salmon is on the menu daily for me, so I love that for sure.
No,
Okay, got our track workout, got our favorite weightlifting exercise, got our favorite post workout meal. Um, I'm not gonna count your smoothie as a drink. I'm gonna count it as the post workout meal. So, what's your favorite drink? Like, are you refilling with the Gatorade, Body
I
Armor?
love Body Armor. Um, I like the cherry juice for recovery too. I really like that. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it so far.
Got you. I just learned about the cherry juice. Like I feel like it's been a secret in the like everybody I talk to now is like, oh yeah, I've been on the cherry juice.
Really? They got that at Tennessee for us at our nutrition bar. I always get cherry juice. And they
Yeah.
got it here at Auburn too.
See, but the problem with track is we all have some secrets we keep to ourselves. So I feel like everybody. It seems like everybody is doing it, but nobody knows.
Yeah.
It's definitely a secret. Within the track world for sure. But back to your experience at Tennessee. What was it like competing, for the college itself and like in NCAA's? What was your whole experience like?
Tennessee, I feel like I really enjoyed my last three years at Tennessee. So basically that'll be my senior year. That was when my coach now first got there. He wasn't there my first 3 years. Actually, I had another sprint coach. And I did okay. It wasn't, I wasn't running anything that, great. But I really started to love it that year when he came because I really took off. It was my first time ever like running fast indoors. So like that first year he got there, I was PRing like back to back to back. Like it could be a semi, like a prelim semi and a final, and I'll PR each round and win. And that was my first time making it to SEC finals, and I got bronze in both the 60 and the 200 that season. And I had actually made it to indoor nationals that first year ever too. And then unfortunately, I had got injured for outdoor season, so I couldn't compete that outdoor season. And they was like, you can just do grad school. So I ended up doing grad school. But unfortunately, 2 weeks before that outdoor season, COVID breaks out. I feel like I had the worst look ever because I was like, dang it, I got injured and then a whole pandemic breaks out the next season. But it was okay. My grad program was 2 years anyway. So I do have my master's degree from Tennessee in communication information. I did the concentration in journalism. So like we have UT Today show where we'll produce a news show on Wednesdays and they'll air on the local news network on Sundays. So like I was the sports reporter and I also anchored the sports segment sometimes. So I did that, but like my last 3 seasons I really loved it at Tennessee. I got bronze again in the 100 at SEC's my last year, 2021. Nationals didn't go that great for me, unfortunately, but Olympic trials was better that year. I made the semis in my first Olympic trials. So yeah.
Yeah, hold on, wait, that you said a lot there. There's a lot of accomplishments for sure. And you said them like, it's just lightweight. Nah, you're really doing big things for sure. And like you said, coming from an injury, living through a pandemic, which is crazy to say,
Yeah.
COVID completely wiped out the sport of track and field. Basketball came back, they were playing in the bubble. Football came back, they were playing. But track and field, we literally sat at home for a whole year and some change, So for you to come back and have such an amazing season, competing SECs and, the Olympic trials, all of that, like congrats on that. It's been a very impressive journey for sure. But now, what are your goals currently? What are you looking to achieve?
I really want to make the world team. So hopefully I make the world team. You see me over there in Budapest. I really still want 10 seconds. I'm tired of running 11:0. I was like, I'm going to just jump across the line because I'm like, dang, I cannot get this 10. And then I hopefully make the Olympic team next season. So that's my goal so far.
Now, it's definitely coming for you for sure. You've been very consistent at that 11-0, so PR coming for sure. And I do have to ask, I saw your uniform, right? The only one on the track with the Savage Fenty. I did see a post about how that came about, but I have to ask you, like, one, what made you want to rock Savage Fenty on the track, you know? And two, how did you even get that custom uniform? Or like, that's a dope uniform for sure. And I'm sure all the ladies, you know, are complimenting you on it and saying that they want it and how can they get it. So tell me, why Savage Fenty and how did you get that uniform?
I just feel like, so you know how I said I went to the Nike training group and you know all that stuff just didn't work out. I don't know. I just didn't want to run in Nike after that at all. So indoors, Toby, you know, the world record holder of the hurdle, she trains here too. She let me wear her Adidas bodysuit, but then I don't know. Even my mom was like, maybe I shouldn't wear anything, you know, any brand that's, you know, the popular brands for track. So I was like, maybe I'll just try to make my own uniform. And then like Savage X Fenty, like I've been subscribed to like the emails and I saw they do the workout gear now. And I was like, dang, it would be nice if she made like the regular, like short shorts how we be wearing. Because she only had long tights and like the sports bras. And she just started doing a couple biker shorts. But basically I was like, dang, that would be cool. And my friend KJ from high school, he likes to design clothes. So I hit him up about like, do you think you can make this into a uniform for me? At first he was down to do it, but due to some like health issues, he couldn't make it to do it for me anymore. So he was like, I'm sure you can find a tailor around Auburn. I went to every tailor, and mind you, it's a small town, so it wasn't that many. All of them act like they couldn't do it because they were like, oh, it's prom season, it's this season, they don't have time. And I'm like, dang, it's just some alterations basically. But I was just brainstorming with a friend, and I was like, I wonder who else could do it. Like, and then he was like, what about what's his name who went to high school with us? He designed clothes still. So I hit him up, but he was like, I know a girl that's really good at alterations. So he gave me her info. So I hit her up, and she got back to me quickly. She was like, yeah, I can do this for you. Her name is Samar Robertson. She's really sweet, and she did it for me, and that's how the uniforms came about. Because I was like, I want like the short shorts, and then I want the buns, and I was like, you think you can make some sleeves too? So that's just how it came about. Really, I just didn't want to run in Nike because of like everything that happened. Just wanted to run something. I didn't think it would get that much attention. Honestly, I was really, really surprised by all the attention from the Highlight Her page posting me, the GQ Sports, and even just last night, I stumbled upon an article. Someone wrote a whole article about like me and the uniforms. I was like, wow, I really didn't expect all this from it. I just wanted to run in something of my own because usually when people run unattached, it's like just a plain like black Nike, black bottoms. So I was like, why not have fun with it? Why not look cute? So that's how I do it. And now everybody just expects all these uniforms. I'm like, I just have two. And I only made the second one because everybody kept asking me, like, you should do another one, you should do another one. I was like, okay. So,
yeah.
And then they made me a brand ambassador because they loved it so much when I first tagged them and, like, saw it. They loved it a lot. And they made me a brand ambassador. So they send me stuff now to, like, you know, put on. And, like, I try to take pictures in it so I can post. So it's been fun. And then they come in, they even follow me now. I was like, okay, I get a follow. Yeah. I feel like they usually only follow their brand ambassadors as like celebrities, like Meg Thee Stallion and all that. I was like, oh, I get a follow, and they come in every time too. So it's cool.
Yeah, I saw the follow, I saw the comments, I saw tons of shout outs, I saw the article. You're really like showing you're creating a different lane, you know, within track and field for sure. Most people go straight to the big brands, or I want a Nike contract, Adidas, Puma. So for you to find a brand that you like what they stand for, you love their gear, right? And to get a uniform made, I know that, you know, the company itself, they're definitely proud. They're showing it with the comments to follow. And they're probably thinking because of you, what if we sign athletes now? You know,
Well,
so
I really hope that's what happens. 'Cause I know like a couple of girls have already asked me like, how can I be sponsored? And I tell them like, actually, I'm just a brand ambassador, but I've been trying to pitch them the idea, and hopefully they really, they consider it. So I don't know. Hopefully that'll be good though, because I feel like we shouldn't be limited to those Nike, Puma, New Balance, and Asics, because it's just way more other stuff. Like you see Tyra and Hunter, they're with Lululemon. I think they're the only track athletes with Lululemon. So
yep.
it's definitely, to me, it's a little smarter. It's like thinking outside the box instead of just trying to go for the big brands, and typically those brands just want the bigger names, and that's all they kind of support. So
Yep. And they apparently don't even pay you what you're worth. You know, that's the whole reason
exactly.
that Fred switched and went to A6, but there's so many other different companies out there, and there's so many different, there's levels of it, as I like to say, so Nike, Puma, Adidas, those are all just shoe brands. So it would be nice to run in their spikes, but there's so many other companies that sponsor, right? So there's other clothing companies. There's like Hyper Ice or Normatec or Theragun.
Exactly.
Even like Michael Norman has a sponsorship with Toyota. So free car,
I know,
that don't sound
right?
too bad, So we do, as athletes, do need to start thinking out of the box and aligning ourselves with other companies that can, definitely help us. So congrats on what you're doing for sure. Literally creating your own lane. I'm excited for you. I'm rooting for you. Hope you get that athlete sponsorship as well, because it would be
Thank you.
dope. Yes, for sure. It would be dope to see Savage Fenty, create something for the women in track and field. That would be dope for sure. The uniform, nice. Like however you and your designer sat down and literally came up with the way that you were going to put together, nice for sure. I was going to ask, do you have more uniforms? But I don't want to put too much pressure on you and, make you create another uniform for sure.
I know. Everybody be like, what you gonna wear? Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, man, I didn't expect all of this for real, but it's been cool.
Pitch the idea to them. Say, hey, I got the pink, I got the flames. Maybe I want a light blue or, something for the summer. Have them send you something, you go get it made. Because,
Yeah.
now you have that connection. So it's up to you to really build that relationship with them. I think it's possible. The first one on the track with it, like you said, Tara and Hunter, the first ones with Lululemon. So I know they're looking at the space and they're like, okay, what can we do with this now?
Mm-hmm.
So again, congrats on that. You're literally creating your own lane. But we talked a little bit about sponsorships. We talked about, goals to make the world team and all that. How long do you see yourself in the sport? Like, is there anything else you're planning to do career-wise? Because you did mention hosting the show, majoring in communication. So there's a lot of potential there.
Um, I'm not sure. I know I want to go out for the world team this year and then the Olympic team the following year. And I just feel like probably depending on how's it going for me, after those seasons, I'll see. Because, it is kind of hard without a sponsorship, without the support. But, I had the support of my parents. They're the ones helping me do all this and be able to train. So, and like book my flights and stuff to and from these meets and the hotel rooms. And, it's pretty pricey. So, like, I don't want to just keep, being a burden on them, really, even though they don't mind and they support me and they believe in me and my dreams. So, I don't know. It just depends on how's it going. If I can get, start getting money coming in, I'll keep going. Because a lot of people are really, like, following me and they're keeping up with me. And it's been a couple, like, I'll see some message requests of, like, just younger athletes telling me, like, how much of a fan they are of me and an inspiration. So, like I said, a lot of that stuff keeps me going for me to get up every day and do this. So I don't know. I know I always wanted to model too. So I know I've been trying to get into that as well. And Savage X Smithy told me they're gonna keep me at the top of their mind for stuff they got later planned in the year. And I know they always do a fashion show at the end of the year. So hopefully that's what they're talking about. They'll let me do. But yeah, so I'm gonna just try to do that. And then I feel like I always said probably when I retire from sports, I'll get into like sports broadcasting and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Uh,
I kind of go with the flow, so we'll see wherever life takes me.
I see. I see. Definitely keeping your name on my list, you know what I'm saying, in case I want to start some more shows and I need some hosts. Definitely gonna be hitting you up. But it does sound like Savage Fenty, definitely aligns with your goals as far as athletics and getting into modeling as well. That would be a really dope partnership. I can completely see it now. Definitely want them to make more, uniforms, but I can see how you can represent them as a lifestyle athlete, right? You're already inspiring other athletes from currently in college, high school, youth athletes, I'm sure. So yeah, that would be an amazing partnership there.
I know.
Okay. Okay. But last question I love to ask everybody, right? Especially since we're just now speaking about the youth people that you're inspiring. What is something that you wish you could have told yourself back when you started track, back in that ninth grade year?
Um, I'm trying to think what I wish I would have told myself. I don't know. Maybe I would have pushed myself more to actually do like AAU and summer track. Because I never did do any of that. I feel like at the college and people were talking about, I remember you from New Balance Nationals. I had no idea what they were talking about. I had never done New Balance Nationals or like the Brooks PR thing. So like maybe I'll try to encourage myself to do that more. I was just straight hooping in the summer. I didn't know about none of that. So maybe I'll just push myself to do that more. Um, Maybe get in the weight room more. I didn't lift in high school either. So I don't
Okay,
know.
was it your choice not to lift, or like your high school just wasn't big on it?
Um, we just really didn't have the weight room equipment, honestly. They didn't get a weight room until after I graduated.
How did that happen?
So we just didn't have the resources. But I was still running pretty fast. I ran what my PR at a high school was what 11.6 and 23.9, and so I was doing pretty good about weights and only training what 3 months out the year because I played basketball.
Yeah, facts. That is another thing. Yeah, that's huge. So for you to come from basketball to track, have to get in shape. You've missed a whole fall season of conditioning and literally the foundation work for track. So yeah, that's major. That's major. But I do want to say thank you again for sitting down, having this conversation with me. I greatly appreciate it. Feel like I've gotten to know more about your story, your goals, and I'm really rooting for you this season. Wishing you a healthy season, many more PRs. Go get that 10-second PR. It's coming for sure. And I'm hoping to see you on the world team as well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, that is it for us at Trackletics Live. You enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.